On this video, I'm doing a special Q&A with Gavin. We met on Instagram and we were going back and forth trying to get some information about filmmaking, and I thought, we could do a call, maybe we record it and share it with some other people, so here we go. So what do you got? What are your questions?
I do have a question about audio. Is it better to have a boom pole mic when it comes to recording interviews, or like the little attachments, what is it called? Forgetting.
Lavaliers.
Lavalier, yeah.
The more professional you go, you're going to have both. You're going to have a shotgun and you're going to have a lav hidden inside. With sound, you're always going for redundancy. So you want to have 2 or 3 sources of the same thing.
Yeah, just in case someone bounces on it and creates some noise.
Yeah, because it happens all the time. It happens to me a lot. I personally do not enjoy audio production. It's not my thing. I'm a visual person, so I'm not really good with sound. So I have made the mistake of not doing sound properly on a multitude of projects. And the last few projects that I have done, I have hired someone to handle the sound. And I still need to do a better job of learning more about it and buying better equipment for the shoots that I have when I can't afford to have someone else. But definitely would have both. Get a really good microphone and also get a really good recorder, because the preamps inside of that recorder are going to determine the noise to signal ratio, and it's going to determine how much can you do later to that file to boost it and make it sound better. So do that. And on your bigger projects, hire a sound guy. Find a sound guy in your city and hire them to come out for the day. Usually sound guys, you can find them, they're not cheap because they have to invest on so much equipment and buy the good lavs, the good microphone. Yeah, but it's definitely worth it. Put it on your budgets because it's going to make your life so much easier later, and it's going to guarantee that you get bigger clients. So definitely find a couple good sound guys in your area and make friends with them and try to have them come to shoot stuff for you.
Yeah, that relationship networking it's essential. It really is. Yeah. So actually, kind of bouncing off of hiring a sound guy, when it comes to clients hiring us, how do we differentiate ourselves, or how can someone like a production company or a freelance filmer, how can they begin to distinguish themselves so they're not as much of a commodity or something that is, I'm going to say it, we're not cheap. We have skill, we have time, and it takes a lot of talent to work in the media field. So how do we, in a sense, how do we convey our value and then get compensation in return?
Yeah. So with that, you're going to have like a few different strategies that you have to think about at all times. Every client is different and every client responds to different things. You're going to find clients that want more of a number result, return on investment. I have
an ROI, yeah.
Yes. So for those clients, you need to have that material available, and an easy way to sell them on the value of the video you're going to create is you're going to have case studies where you have, okay, this restaurant, we made 4 videos for them, we put them on Instagram, we created a campaign, we put money behind it, and they spend with us $10,000, and in the next 3 months they were able to see an increase of X number in their social media following, and we got this many views, and they were able to see a spike on their sales. That is a little bit hard to accomplish on your own when you're starting out as a company. I have worked with social media agencies where we have people dedicated to do that kind of tracking, where they could look at sales and territories and do something a little bit more complicated. For you,
scoping out the market.
Yes. And for you, that's one strategy that you can use for those clients that want to see numbers. Other clients are solely focused on the visuals. So your work is going to sell them on, okay, I want to work with these guys because it's so beautiful what they create. And then other clients work on recognition. If they see that you're working with someone that is a bigger, more, yes. So those are kind of the 3 different ways that I have seen people usually want to hire us to do something for them. It has some clients have a mix of all of that. So try to work on that. And that's something you have to right now analyze. Okay, with my company, we are really good at creating beautiful images, but we know nothing about numbers. So you either have to go learn about numbers, or you have to find someone, hire someone in your area that can work with you on commission, where they could do that selling for you using numbers of results that you have done before with other clients. And you also have to work on your social media and your presence and like creating content for you. The reason you and I are talking right now, yeah, you and I are talking right now because I've been putting in some work into trying to get my name out there so I could have relationships like this. Now I could go to Colorado and call you up, and maybe you can help me with a project. Or you have a client that wants to do something in LA and you call me. So that networking is the other area where people hire who they know, and it still happens today. And right now you get people to know you through Instagram and all of that. So it does matter. Don't put all your energy there, but it does matter.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, that's really, really insightful. It's statistics from school coming back. Very, very important. Um, yeah. So something I was actually thinking about the other day. Um, do you, is there a way to, or have you figured out a way to scope out like competition and just like the value of like an area's market? Because like it's difficult to go into an area, local area, city, small town or such, and say, oh, there's X amount or X amount of money that we can work for, X amount of advertising that needs to be done, but there's also there's what's it called? Other people competing against you, other industry or other companies and
Other
such.
filmmakers, yeah.
Yeah. So is there a way that you, I don't know, how do I phrase it? It's kind of a complicated question. Um, how would you go about scoping competition, and how would you act accordingly when it comes to getting clients?
So this is something that I realized when I was still in film school, and I'm lucky that I found this out early on. You do not have competition. Those people that you think you're competing against, they're actually your friends, because they are obsessed with cameras. They also want to go and shoot cool videos, and chances are they lack a skill that you have. They have a lens that you need to borrow one day, and you have a gimbal that they need, and a guy is going to have a drone when you don't have drones, and then you're going to hire him to do drone work for a bigger client that you just landed, and then he's going to do that drone for that client. They're going to love it. You're going to look like a hero. He's going to have you over for drinks and dinner, and then you're gonna make friends with him. Then the next thing you know, he's gonna be on a shoot for a dude doing drones, and he's gonna need someone to edit all of that, and he doesn't want to edit. He's gonna call you. So don't think about it as competition. What I've realized, those people that I thought were my competition, when you start talking to them, you have so much in common, dude, because you love the same industry, you love the same stuff, and we all need help. If we're good, I mean, if they're a shitty person, don't be their friend. But if they're good people and they're doing good work, they're gonna get bigger clients, and then you are the person that they know that also is a good person, that is good to work with, that also has equipment and knows what they're doing. So flip that whole competition thing. That's what I've done. And even guys that I thought that they were, oh, that guy is such a douchebag, then I end up working with him on a shoot, and it's like, oh, dude, now we're friends, and now we talk about other things other than cameras, but we have made money for each other, and it's amazing.
Yeah, that's extremely insightful because, like, to be honest, I felt pretty alone in the industry. I see other media companies, they're out doing stuff, and I'm trying to grow my own, and I just really haven't, figured out how to reach out and connect to some of these people. That's why I'm actually why I reached out to you, because it's been on my mind for a while. I've really wanted to reach out and talk to someone who's been in the industry, who's been there,
Mhm.
and to really just get their insight and maybe even some of their mistakes and understand how to, or like what you need to go through and what to maybe
Yeah.
avoid. Um, so yeah, I, I really like that insight. That's very helpful. Yeah, thank
Yeah, it's gonna make you a lot of money. Like if you do that, it's gonna make you money and friends. So definitely check out all the people who are doing video in your area and reach out to them, buy them lunch, buy them dinner, see what equipment they have, if you can rent something from them. Like be friendly because those people are gonna help you get more clients, dude.
you. Everyone's favorite thing, another. What mistakes have you gone through and wish you hadn't, and would advise to maybe not necessarily go a certain path or not do?
So mistakes I have done. One mistake that I do often is I try to do a lot of stuff. So I remember, and I'm gonna preface this by saying, when you need money, you do whatever you have to do to make money. Yes, like you have to pay your bills and you should go after money. Like I mean, that's my personal opinion. I come from a very poor background, so for me, money is important because I don't want to feel like I need money, and money is a good tool. So with that out of the way, once you have the things that you need, do not try to do everything. I try to do websites and I try to add that on to my video production business. And then I just realized that it was something that I was trying to do it on my own to make money. And I was thinking, like this websites, we could charge more money, we could do the whole package. It didn't work out well for me.
It's all about the
Maybe,
balance and what really works best for you.
yeah. Unless you're gonna hire some people to do that, then I ended up doing video production work for web development companies because once you start growing your company, you're going to realize that people have to specialize. And then once you specialize, you are the guy in whatever you're specializing. So then the other people are gonna hire you to do that thing. So maybe maybe you guys specialize more on the editing side and post-production thing, and you do a lot more business on that area instead of doing a lot of filming, and that could be another way that your business changes. So that's a mistake I have I have done at times, of trying to do too many things and not specialize. And this year I'm trying to specialize more in producing and directing, and I'm shooting less. I'm trying to hire more DPs. I'm trying to hire more editors to edit my content, and I'm trying to follow that advice instead of doing so many things. Yeah.
I'm assuming you were the owner of a production company, correct?
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, being a business owner, as myself as well, there's there's a lot of things that need to be delegated. And being that owner, you feel like you need to, have hands on everything, making sure everything is going right, double checking on this, all that. Um, and I feel like, just from what you said, as your career has progressed, it seems like you're starting to learn where your place is after people on your team, people have started to specialize, and you're getting to the
Hmm.
point where you're actually able to say, hey, can you do this, you do that, and you're the delegator, you're the one, you're the oil for the company, you get
Yeah.
the gear spinning. Yeah, do you think that, like, the position that you were or the line of work that you're going towards, with producing and directing, is that your end goal?
Yeah, 100%. Like I love film, and that's what I want to do. That's what I have been working towards the last 15 years, and that's the main thing I want to do. I love shooting. I love cinematography. I love cameras. The good thing is for me, because I'm directing, I need to know a lot of things,
You need to
and I
know
get to.
how the equipment works so that you know who
Mhm.
to hire and what image to look at and all that.
Yeah. But I've realized working on bigger TV shows and studio and network TV, a lot of times the directors and the producer don't need to know as much as you would think that you need to know. And the more you know, the more power to you, of course, because you know more of the craft as a whole. But as a director, you need to focus more on what's the story, what's the message, and how you're gonna tell that story. You don't necessarily need to know, You know that what's the native ISO on that camera that you're going to be shooting with. You don't necessarily need to know that. You're going to have a cinematographer to figure that out. If you know it, better for you, but you don't need to know everything. The same thing with
Specializing in
your
directing.
yeah, the same thing with your company. You need to figure out what's the right now you're early on, so you're doing everything because you're trying to get projects and make money. But as you guys grow and get bigger projects, you're going to realize that you are going to be really, really, really good at one or two things. Try to do those things and bring other people on your team that are better at the other stuff. So let's say you're not really good with clients, like getting new clients and dealing with the clients, like you don't really enjoy that process. You need to find a guy who knows how to do sales, maybe in another industry, bring him over. He's going to be able to sell the services of the company to a network of business people, and he's going to have a good time talking to them, networking with them, cutting them deals so they feel like they're getting a better value, or doing bundles where we're going to do like a series of 15 videos for you so you can get like this done, and bring a person that can do that. Maybe your strength is more as an editor, so you run the company and learn all the business stuff, and then you run the post-production side of the company and bring a cinematographer who's a beast at lighting and knows camera stuff, and then he can be the one doing that other side of the business. It's such a highly skilled industry that we work in, that my advice, if you want to go big, is try to specialize and do team building. That's like a producer is the guy putting the whole team together. So try to work on that, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for reaching out and being willing to like film and do the Q&A. I think people are gonna appreciate it, and
I
I would
definitely
love to
appreciate
see.
it.
Awesome. I would love to see more of your work, and if I can help you guys with anything with your company, let me know.
Absolutely. And likewise, hopefully I'll be able to offer something, but absolutely. But all right, yeah. Thank you again so much, Axel.